news, everyone.
Phew. So this first one was based off of something we talked about on Tuesday, was that Phil Spencer was reiterating that 100% parity of Call of Duty and no exclusive skins or betas. Like I said, I think on Tuesday we were talking about it a little bit, that there was hopefully some fears, are going to be put to rest at least for right now. Had a dream kept switching bodies with people. Oh my gosh, not picked up into space. That sounds like some alien stuff, man. That's pretty funny. But so yeah, since Xbox has officially acquired Activision Blizzard, people were just a little worried, but Phil Spencer has reiterated that there won't be any kind of exclusive skins or things going on. Players on PlayStation and in the future on Nintendo, I want you to feel 100% part of the community. I don't want you to feel that there's content you're missing out on, skins you're missing out on, timing you're missing out on. That's not the goal. The goal is 100% parity across all platforms as much as we can for launch and content, which I think is a good thing. I think that makes me very happy. I mean, I don't play a lot of the Call of Duty stuff, but I think people who do, you don't want to be feeling left behind. So yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because I know we had talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but yeah, I think there was like a 10-year agreement or whatever, right? But we'll see. Maybe that'll end up being not a thing later on after the 10 years. All right. So apparently also Elon Musk's Twitter/X testing charging new accounts a $1 fee to combat spammers and bots. What a great idea. Charge people to be on Twitter. I get that it's only $1, but come on, bro. X, formerly known as Twitter, has launched a program in limited territories that charges $1 for new signups. This is, quote, the Not a Bot program. And is live now in New Zealand and in the Philippines, and forces new unverified accounts to sign up for a $1 annual subscription. Oh, it's annual subscription. Oh my God. To be able to post and interact with other posts on the web version of X/Twitter. Existing users are not affected. The Elon Musk owned social media platform said. Wow. So, listen, if you wanted to get in, apparently you're gonna have to pay $1 every fucking year. Every time he does something stupid, Blue Sky crashes. Blue Sky, I've heard, was pretty decent too. Yeah, I believe it. This seems so dumb. Why would you charge people to be on an app that most people don't even want to be on? How long before we are hit? That's a great question. It'll end up coming to everybody at some point. I mean, and listen, if you have an X/Twitter account already, apparently you're going to be unaffected. But yeah, any new people, they don't want a bunch of bots, and so their way to counteract that is charging everybody $1 yearly. This seems so absolutely stupid to me. Oh shit, they're charging for new accounts. Yes. So yeah, new accounts created on X in the 2 countries. You're gonna have to pay $1 annual. When is that starting? So they didn't say anything about any other territories or when they're getting them. But right now for New Zealand and the Philippines, if you're signing up for a new Twitter or X account, you'll be charged $1 annually. This seems, like I said, just absolutely stupid. I couldn't even imagine. I mean, I have long. So when Threads came out, I was like, I'll check out Threads. I don't really want to be on Twitter anyway. And then I checked out Threads for a little bit and I was like, oh, this is much better Twitter. And then so I stopped using Twitter, and then I stopped using Threads, and I never went back to either of them. And life has been pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. There are people who pay $8 for their bots. Yeah, I know people will do it. They just and healthier for it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people will be like, I think his thing is not that he wants to stop people from making bots. He wants people to pay them for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he wants people to pay for their bots. That's all he wants. He doesn't care if you actually make them though. Yeah, and I've not opened either one of those apps for a while, and I felt great about it. And it was one of those things I didn't even realize it until like it's been a couple months, and I was like, ooh yeah, I haven't really gone back to either of those. I guess I don't care about them. I was been a couple years now, and I haven't used I used to have a Facebook, you know, everybody used to have a Facebook. But it's been a couple years, and I've not been back to it. And yeah, I've deleted all my Facebook stuff off of my, you know, off of my phones, off of everything. I don't ever have any of that stuff. Not once felt bad about it. So, I still use my Instagram a little bit here and there. I don't post to it much. I used to a lot more, or at least I tried to. So yeah, I don't know. It's I'm in that weird spot where I'm loving not being on those things. So I know it's not for everybody, but it's worth giving up, you know, at least for a little bit, and seeing how you feel about it. Cool. Let's keep moving. Keep forgetting I have socials, right? That's how I feel about them. And I get people using them. I mean, especially, you know, if you're a content creator, you try and doing these things, but I just couldn't give a shit less. Like, shoot, I should check on that. Okay, so I kind of forgot, but there's gonna be a new Alien movie. And I mean, I don't think there's not much information about it, but apparently Ridley Scott has seen some of it, or at least something of it, and said that it is apparently f***ing great. Toss a coin to you. Which that's right. That was a Johnny Bailey cover. Johnny does some great covers. That is one of my favorites from him. Ridley Scott has given Fede Alvarez upcoming Alien movie an enthusiastic seal of approval after viewing a director's cut of the sci-fi film ahead of its 2024 release. Okay, so it is going to be next year then. I wanted him to see it before anybody and everybody gave me the heads up that Ridley... I wanted him to see it before anybody, and everybody gave me the heads up that Ridley is really tough, Alvarez said. He's really tough, particularly if it has something to do with his movies. He was really tough on Blade Runner 2049, which I thought was a masterpiece, and he had issues with it because it was really hard for him because it's his work. Fair enough. Little is known about the Alien film, save the fact that it will feature a new young cast of characters who find themselves on a distant world, locked in confrontation with the most terrifying life form in the universe. Even if he didn't ask for it, I'm going to go in there and sit at the table and look at him and get it. Even if he says you're going to destroy my legacy, I wanted to be in front of him and see him in the eyes. I didn't want to get an email where it says Ridley says, and then he walks into the room and he did say, Fetty, what can I say? It's f***ing great. My family knows it was one of the best moments of my life to have the master like him, who I admire so much, to even watch a movie I made, but in particularly something like this, and talk to me for an hour about what he liked about it. One of the best compliments he said was, the dialogue is great, and the writers, yes. Are you the writer? Yes. Okay, sorry. So apparently there's just, apparently it sounds like it might be a good film. We'll see. Not that Ridley Scott is everybody, but he has seen it. He's approving. But yeah, I'm excited for a new Alien film. I actually quite liked some of the newer ones too. Prometheus, I thought was pretty good. It's pretty weird. It's pretty out there. It's different. And then there was one that came after that, and I even thought that one was okay. It's not great, but I didn't mind it. So I'm all about getting some more Alien films. So I'll be interested to see what ends up happening with this one, and if people end up really liking it or not.
Authorization code.
And speaking of spider things, Spider-Man 2 devs Insomniac confirmed fast travel hold to confirm prompt does not hide a loading screen. Apparently people are pretty impressed with the fast travel loading in this game. The new Spider-Man 2, which does, I believe, come out tonight, right? Or tomorrow morning, something like that. I don't remember exactly. There's always, specific times. But people have been pretty surprised. One of the more impressive technical achievements in Spider-Man 2 is its fast travel system, which has gone viral on social media and press critics due to its speed. The PS5 exclusive lets players select anywhere on New York map to fast travel to once the player unlocks fast travel in the region, and appears there in just a handful of seconds. Spider-Man already swinging above the city streets as well. Oh, very nice. Yeah, okay, so that's probably a little later for me then. But I've seen a little bit of it. It looks pretty good. I didn't play either of the other ones, the first one and then the Miles Morales spinoff, but I feel like this one looks pretty good. It might be pretty good. Okay, so they do have like a little visual thing here. So I mean, again, I shouldn't say again, if you do not want to see any kind of spoilers, like even just a very slight spoiler, I believe this is just the fast traveling. I don't think it has anything to do with the story or anything, but you don't want to see anything. I'll give you a second real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and check this video out. But it is just showing off the fast traveling. Let's get this a little bigger.
2 is a technical marvel as a whole. From the ability to pinpoint a fast travel location and be there in a second, to the near instant load times when switching between Spider-Man, atmospheric lighting, and crisp reflections, all of the pieces fit into place wonderfully. In my dozens of hours of playing in the...
Alright, we don't want to hear about your dozens of hours of playing, but yeah, pretty interesting how quick that is. Less than 2 seconds from when you choose a random spot in the map and for it to load. that's pretty cool. We're definitely getting to that time in hardware, you know, where stuff is really starting to break barriers here. But this is super cool. I just thought this was interesting. I wanted to bring it up. I don't know if I will end up playing Spider-Man 2, but so far it looks pretty cool. I probably should play some of Miles Morales. That's the one I have. I should check it out and see if I even would enjoy those games. Cool. Let's keep moving. Netflix has added 8.8 million subscribers amid the password sharing crackdown. Hikes prices for some plans. I think the price hike is, you know, not anything new. I don't know if this has probably been talked about before. I just wanted to bring this up because I did talk about it pretty recently, and it makes me sad. So Netflix goes through with their password sharing crackdown kind of thing, and everybody was kind of thinking like, people were just going to go ahead and get off Netflix, and that did not happen. Instead, more people flocked to Netflix, to the point where there's 8.8 million subscribers, new subscribers, I believe, too, not just, you know. Netflix revealed its third quarter earnings today, announcing that it added 8.8 million new subscribers last quarter, marking its best quarter subscriber growth in more than 3 years. For comparison, it added 2.4 million subscribers during the same period last year. So you can see their password sharing shit has kind of panned out for the way that they had hoped, and not the way that I did. It's too bad. I hope not, because you need to be in my stream when I do Spider-Man. Hey, I'll try to check some of that out. I want to see some of it. Because at this point I really haven't seen much. I watched, I think, one of the trailers so far, and that was kind of it. They look like they're good games though. Like I said, I have Miles Morales, I just never played it. But it looks legitimately pretty good. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that real quick because I super hate it. But apparently Netflix is doing a Last Airbender series. Maybe I've seen this, maybe I've talked about it, I don't really remember. But they've brought some of the Fire Nation's most toxic family to live action. As somebody who has never seen Last Airbender, I don't know any of this shit. I really just put this one in here because I know people love this stuff, and I wanted people to be interested. You know what I'm saying? This is here just for you guys, not for me, because I don't know any of it. So there were some pictures and stuff too, you know. I don't know, I can't click on the pictures to make them bigger or anything. Maybe they look great, I don't know. I'm trying to see if they do right. They have some things on there apparently, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, these are people. I don't know. I don't know them. Maybe they look great. I think they look pretty okay. But yeah, like I said, I want to know. This one was just for everybody else. If you wanted to see what the show's gonna look like, apparently this is it. Maybe it looks great. Maybe it doesn't. I have no idea. I just know that it's got to be better than what was the movie? M. Night Shyamalan's. M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. I remember that dude really apparently screwed up some things. But yeah, all right, cool. Looks promising so far. We'll wait until we see something more, I guess. I only watched the first trailer for Spider-Man 2, nothing else. Hey, that's a good move. Like I said, I think that was probably the one I watched. Maybe a later one, I don't remember, but I watched something and I was like, oh, that looks pretty good, and then never watched anything else. And then I just saw that stuff about the fast travel. People were really enjoying that. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so this next one is actually from Cyclo. He dropped this in. I haven't watched it, so I have no idea what it is. It's called Project Mist, an open world survivor horror announcement. Okay. There was like some kind of indie horror game announcement thing that was going on. I don't know. I saw a bunch of videos. I watched a good handful of trailers today. Nothing was really getting me. But I didn't even see anything about this one, so this one might be pretty. Just announced like yesterday or the day before. Okay, pretty cool. What? Yeah, 2 days ago. Pretty interesting. Yeah, like I said, I was pretty surprised. Because there was some like other kind of thing going on where they were announcing some indie horror games, and just none of them looked good. They all looked bad. There was only one that I saw that was even kind of interesting. I did drop it in the Discord, but not in for the you Forest folks. Ooh, I do love the Forest. But yeah, I dropped it in the Discord. It's in like the games channel, I think. I dropped it in there just because I was like, maybe be interesting. It looked pretty cool, but it was like very kind of violent and a little bit intense, so I didn't really want to show it off for a normal person, a normal stream thing. But you guys can check it out if you would like. But as for this game, let's go ahead and let's have us a look. Oh, it's loud. Bring it down just a touch. Oh yeah, it's definitely got force vibe. Oh. Oh my gosh. Dang. All right, hold on. Let me come back over here a little bit. I just wanted to kind of re-look at this a little bit. Okay, so this is real fucking weird. This is not what I was expecting. So yeah, it kind of has those Force vibes, but it also... Why they got so many big boys in this? Yeah, this looks pretty interesting. I wonder what this is gonna end up being like. Is this Project Mist? It does kind of remind me of like some of the weird monster things, which reminded me of that Stephen King film. I mean, obviously he didn't make it, but he wrote the book. What was it? The Fog, the Mist? Maybe it was the Mist. Maybe it was Mist. Oh, maybe. But that's kind of what it's reminded me of, mixed with some forest. So open world survival. Interesting. On Steam, Fog was John Carpenter. Oh, okay. Well, it was close though. Project Mist. Let me check this out. No, I don't want to watch the trailer again. Plan date to be announced. Cool. I'm gonna throw this on my wish list. Sure, why not? It looks interesting. I like the premise. Kind of this big, scary kind of monsters out there while you're trying to live your life. Craziness. Cool. Thank you so much for dropping this one, man. I didn't even see this. Like I said, I'm trying to speed run these news clips today. BioShock film still in writing stages, but Netflix team is optimistic. Quote, "We all love it." Yeah, so I recently got somebody commenting on one of my YouTube videos about the Netflix film or whatever, and they were asking what I was thinking about it, and I was mostly just saying that I was a little worried. I feel like any game adaptation you gotta be hesitant, you gotta be worried, but maybe it'll be okay. So the long-awaited BioShock movie from Netflix is still in the writing stages, but its team is optimistic about its development. Speaking to Collider, is that how you say that? I don't know. Writer Michael Green couldn't share too much about the BioShock film, but confirmed it's been working on again following the Writer's Strike of America strike ending. Collider. I should have known. I don't know why I said Collider. Maybe colander? You know, like a strainer? Netflix has been amazing about it. They were excited about it before the strike. They're excited about it now post-strike. I got called, how's it coming along? The minute the strike was over. You about ready? Thinking about pasta. Bro, that does sound good though. Pasta is so good. What's up, Kat? I've been meeting regularly with the director and his team to refine a draft to go back in. We're all optimistic. We all love it. It's a great, big, sprawling nightmare world we want to see real. So here's hoping. I would love to have an update for you soon. So pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this, but reluctantly excited. Optimistic? Something. I don't know. What's up, Kat? So we'll see whenever we get some better details and everything, of course. But right now, I mean, you know, okay. There's at least. I'll be interested to see too how much people are like just interested, like like the writing team, like how much they were invested in the series before. I felt like most of the time, like a lot of these things like don't do well if a team is already like not really that interested in it and they're just coming in to write and stuff. Like you gotta be a little bit passionate before you even get it started. I feel like The Last of Us was a pretty good adaptation. Bro, quit touching stuff. Just lay down. Yeah, there you go. Quit. Jesus. But I felt like the guy they got, Craig Mazin, was already a big fan, and so you're bringing him in and everything, like that's gonna work out well, or at least put you in a better position to. So I'll be interested to see. I also do have a little bit of BioShock news. After we get through the news, make sure you stay tuned. I got a little update, thing. So yeah, pretty interested to see more about this. WWE and WCW wrestling icon Sting has announced his retirement. To be honest, I didn't think this guy was still actually wrestling. So listen, okay. Oh my gosh, Cat, bro, you're not doing this is it's not working, bro. It's not working. Oh my gosh. Out of here. So yeah, apparently wrestling legend Sting has officially announced his retirement, setting a AEW Revolution, I'm guessing that's a pay-per-view thing, 2024 as his final match. Steve Borden, better known in the wrestling world as Sting, confirmed the news on Wednesday night. The crowd reacted by chanting "Thank you, Sting," and "You still got it" as the show of gratitude for his legendary career in the ring. Sting, who is 64, good lord, this dude probably should not be wrestling at 64. He shouted out several major wrestling stars, including Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair, as he reminisced over some of the big moments from his career. Yo, Benign, what's happening again? Oh, really? Is this an ongoing thing? He retired in 2015. Oh, bro. Well, he's 64. He probably should actually retire. Yeah, what's happening, Benign? Welcome on in, friend. Wrestlers never retire. That's partially true. Didn't The Undertaker actually retire? Like he's actually doing other things with his life now? I guess there's always like time for people to come back again too, right? they retire for a few years and then you know, get brought back in and stuff. I also think like one of the things that's, you know, you can do as a wrestler is like you can retire from like the in-ring stuff and then, you know, do some of the story stuff without actually doing any more of that stuff. I feel like that's kind of a good move. It has been many years since I've seen any wrestling, so I saw this and I was like, Sting. I know of Sting, not well, but I know of him. I saw who was it? Mick Foley did he was doing a little thing, one of the what is that? There's a show on YouTube. Oh, Hot Ones, where you eat the wings. I don't know why I was blanking so hard on it. He just recently did that. So I don't know, pretty cool. I don't know what he's doing, why he's doing it. He must be promoting something. Usually that's what you're doing, but pretty cool. Bad whiplash in a match with Seth Rollins and retired the next day. It's a scary moment. Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah, there's a couple of those guys though that's how it goes. Usually it's when something like big happens and they're like, yeah, I can't keep doing this. And no shame on that. People always, you know, goof on how much wrestling is like not real and stuff, like the story and stuff not being real, but the actual wrestling and stuff, yeah, I mean, like people are actually putting their bodies, you know, through some intense shit. So died in the ring. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it's pretty wild, but they're making that movie about that family though. So yeah, I wanted to bring this up again. Not necessarily a big topic for me, but I like this. If I see some things like this, you know, then I could feel like could really bring people, you know, like Benign. Benign probably cares about Sting retiring, at least enough to be like again. And that's what I'm here for. Game of Thrones isn't real. Star Wars isn't real. Bro, why you gotta say that, man? That hurts my feelings. No, I always think, you know, if you like any of those kind of things, that's what you enjoy. I have a guy that I know who really enjoys wrestling, and people have been like, you know, I don't think everybody ever gives him a hard time about it, but it does get to that point where people, you know, he's had to be like, listen, I know it's not real, but I enjoy it. So yeah, that's what it's about. Untimely death. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. It looks interesting. We watched the trailer for it, I think, on Tuesday. All right, let's keep on moving. You're not real. That's true. You guys don't even know. I'm probably just AI generated and you guys don't even know it. You guys didn't know. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I didn't even know about any of this shit, but apparently they're getting some new episodes. Their first new episodes in 8 years. Apparently they're getting just like new episodes. Weird. Saying the same thing. Yeah, exactly. It's entertainment. Yeah, I got no problem with any of that stuff. But that's where I just think people like to clown on those on wrestling for some reason. And you're right. You like any other form of entertainment, you know, it's all the same thing. You like what you like. A revival of Aqua Teen Hunger Force will premiere on November 26th. The debut episode of the 5-episode run will air at 11:30 p.m. as part of Adult Network block. New episodes will be on Max the following day. Weird. Okay, so this was apparently announced back in January. Interesting. I did not realize any of that. But so yeah, they're gonna be coming back. I've seen a little bit of Aqua Teen Hunger Force back in the day, enjoyed a little bit of it. It's not a great show by any stretch, but it's entertaining enough. Yeah, but they're like, I mean, listen, they're doing like a little, hey, we're gonna do a couple episodes and maybe it'll spark, and if it doesn't, whatever. I agree. There was a lot of reboots and a lot of those kinds of things. I don't know. I know that I don't know. I probably need to find my stance on this at some point, but I don't really have a stance. Mostly my stance is just whatever. Whatever. I don't really care if you like it, but maybe it's taking away from something else getting made that could be better, that's more original or something like that. I don't know, but one of these days but as of right now, anytime I hear a reboot, I'm like, oh, interesting, okay. I just watched all of I went through and watched all of Futurama and stuff when it got technically got rebooted or whatever and stuff. It didn't make me very happy that it got rebooted after watching it, I should say, at least. But listen, if you guys haven't seen over on my YouTube, I did review all of those episodes, so if you're ever wondering, they're over there. Beavis and Butthead is really appropriate, though, considering social media culture. Really? Beavis and Butthead is another one. Like, I could get it. I don't know, even, like I said, I just don't think I mind, like, if you want to reboot or something or kind of continue something. You know what's something I did kind of think about recently? I'll hold that thought. Do I like Kevin Smith movies? Yeah, some of them are pretty great. I do like some Kevin Smith movies. Okay, so I was just kind of thinking about this, especially because of Spider-Man 2, is how easy it is for video games to make sequels that are good when it feels like so much other media cannot make sequels to anything and be nearly as good as the original. And with games, you can usually make a sequel and it's usually can be better. Not always, of course, not always, but usually there's some kind of way that it can be it can usually at least match the first and sometimes surpass it. And it's interesting that video games kind of have that leg up on being like, yeah, we can make a sequel, and it can usually be pretty good. With movies and stuff like that, it's not. Oh, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I never got to go through and see it. I knew somebody who did see it and they liked it too. I did want to go through and see it at some point because that just could be really ridiculous. Yeah, but it's weird how that works. How media can't do sequels very well, but the video game industry is like, yeah, we can usually do it pretty well. Like the kind of the early stuff I've heard about, like the new Spider-Man game. That's what made me think about it. Was like Spider-Man 2. Like people were like, this is great. Like it's already, just as good, if not way better than the first one. So I feel like, how is that that's kind of the norm, I feel like, more so than, a sequel sucking. And I'm over here staring at like BioShock's over here in my Steam library. BioShock 1, great. BioShock 2, not very good. But BioShock 2 is not by the same developer team. That's why it wasn't good. BioShock Infinite, great. Same development team. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just in games, I feel like just, I don't know. I was trying to think of like, there's not a good way to kind of speak on it, because I think like, I was gonna say like games, like they're given the amount of time that's appropriate, and the people who are making the games genuinely care about it a little bit. Whereas I think you're right though, like corporation's gonna corporate, right? And a lot of corporations haven't really gotten to the into the how you take that back about BioShock. What BioShock 2? You telling me Bioshock 2 is good, bro? It's not bad. It's just not good. I think to me, it sits in that middle of mediocrity. It didn't live up to the first, and it wasn't, but it's not anything to say Bioshock 2 is a bad game. I actually think if you never played any Bioshock game and you played Bioshock 2, it would be a great game. I enjoyed it. That's fine. I'm just saying I didn't. The DLC for Bioshock 2, fucking amazing. I loved that DLC. I thought that DLC was top tier. But I just felt like Bioshock 1, Bioshock Infinite, they're always going to stand better than the top, especially considering a peripheral holding a controller of some kind, you're directly involved. Yeah, that's kind of why I've always enjoyed video games more than like books and stuff. And that's not, anything to ever take anything down about books. I love reading and stuff when I can. I love listening to audiobooks if I can, when I'm not able to read and stuff. I totally get books and everything, but man, video games, there's just a special something about it, I hear about the potential Guitar Hero reboot. Yeah. I did talk about it when they were talking about the merger with Xbox and Activision Blizzard. They talked about Guitar Hero being rebooted. And I gave my spicy opinion that I don't care about I never really liked Guitar Hero. I feel like this may be controversial, especially with you, Benign. I don't know if you like Guitar Hero. I couldn't get into Guitar Hero. Never played the DLC to Bioshock 2? You probably should, Casper. It's great, dude. If you ever don't want to go through it, I do have the videos up on my channel, bro. You can watch them. But yeah, Guitar Hero, I get why people like that game, and it was a very fun community, like when you had people over, you play that game together, or you kind of take turns and stuff. I get why people liked it. I just didn't like it that much. I'm just not good at those kinds of things, and that's why I didn't like it, probably. At one point, I hated it so much. Bro. I can understand. I don't think I've ever hated it. I just didn't like it. I never enjoyed it. I think I owned one of them because someone bought it for me, and I never played it. Should put your Let's Play into a playlist on YouTube channel. I think I do have them on a thing. I should probably make them better. Do I not have them correctly in there like that? I used to put them somewhat in the Hulu thing. Hey, shush. What is my playlist situation? Ooh. Yeah, I don't have them on a playlist. I probably should, because I have all the news ones in a playlist. I should just do. I will do that, Casper. I will make all the games that I've played. I'll make a playlist and I will put them all in there, or I will make playlists for each one separately. What do you think is a better idea, Casper? As you're kind of my correspondent for YouTube and YouTube watching. So I was mad hating it. Same, bro. I was like, why would I do this stupid thing if I could just actually play guitar? I used to play a lot of guitar. I have not played in a long time. I had this pretty wicked, I think it was the same guitar. It was an acoustic. Me and Vash had the same acoustic guitar. Mine was black and his was like just a natural oak. And then his got messed up and I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna let him borrow it for now. And I never got it back. I haven't wanted it back. It's not like I'm trying to call Vash out about it. But I have not played since then. And yeah, I really want to. I really would like to do it sometime. I also have a keyboard. I wanted to learn how to play keyboard. I have not learned yet. Drums, and I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't do any of the whenever they did like the other instruments. No, I never saw the Guitar Hero episode though. Let's jam. Oh man, it's been a long time since I played any music. I would really like to though. Thief. All right, let me knock out this last one and we'll chat some more. Okay, so the free games on the Epic Game Store this week are ones that I know Cyclo has heard of at least one of them. The Evil Within is going to be free this week, and there's another game called Eternal Threads. And listen to this, bro. Next week, they've already told me. Finally, fucking Polygon updated their thing. I like Polygon's system much better. Their website, it's not perfect, but next week, The Evil Within 2 free. That's 2 weeks, bro. You're gonna know the game 2 weeks. And then Tandem: A Tale of Shadow will be next week. I don't know much about either of those games. I know a little bit about The Evil Within, horror third person, game. Pretty interesting. I know Plenty has been playing Evil Within 2 and really enjoying it. So if you would like, make sure you go check those out. For free is for me. You're right, my friend. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the news. Thank you all so much for checking it out.